The Government of India Act, 1858, stands as a monumental milestone in the annals of Indian history. This legislation, passed by the Parliament of the United Kingdom on the 2nd of August, 1858, marked a seismic shift in the governance of India. It wrested control of the Indian government from the East India Company and placed it firmly in the hands of the British Crown. Our journey begins with the Indian Rebellion of 1857, a significant uprising that laid bare the glaring shortcomings of the existing governance structure in India. This revolt served as a wake-up call for the British government, prompting a serious re-evaluation of their administration in India. This introspection led to the dissolution of the British East India Company, a mighty commercial entity that had held sway over Indian affairs till then. The Government of India Act, 1858, was the legislative response to this upheaval. It decreed that henceforth, India would be governed directly, and in the name of the Crown. The territories once controlled by the East India Company were now vested in the Queen. The company's power was effectively nullified, its duties and powers transferred to the Queen's principal Secretary of State. To aid the Secretary of State for India, a council of 15 members was established, turning the Secretary into the primary conduit for all communication between Britain and India. The Act didn't stop there. It vested the Crown with the authority to appoint a Governor-General and the governors of the presidencies. It also paved the way for the creation of an Indian civil service under the Secretary of State's control. All assets and properties of the East India Company were transferred to the Crown, along with the responsibilities related to treaties, contracts, and other such affairs. The ramifications of this act were far-reaching. India was transformed into a direct British colony. The dual government proposed by Pitt's India Act of 1784 was abolished. However, it's crucial to note that the act did not alter the system of government in India. The British Crown merely assumed direct responsibility for the administration of British India. In conclusion, the Government of India Act, 1858, was a watershed event in the governance of India. It signaled the end of the East India Company's reign and heralded the era of direct rule by the British Crown. This act served as the bedrock for the administrative structure that would govern India up until its independence in 1947. And so, the echoes of this pivotal legislation continue to reverberate in the annals of Indian history.